It's your turn. Here we are. You fine? Fine. Eh? Hi everyone, welcome to another
Conversation with the lead.
live. It's been a while, guys. It's been a while. But as you come on, you must remember the name of the game, which is like before you start the talking. Hi everyone. First and foremost, as I always say, welcome to all our new subscribers. We are so happy.
See you guys
Right. So
really coming
it's a good feeling that you see the response and persons are coming on board.
in. There's a delay.
Anyway, yeah. So again, we just want to welcome everyone. And what we ask you to do as you come on the live, you can indicate who you are if you wish, and you will say hi to us. We say hi back to you. We know we are a family, so what we do, we want to be able to engage with each other and have a nice conversation. Um, you see the topic. Well, the topic is kind of wide, but we meet at the matter. We posted Michael's birthday video. Yeah, posted it this morning, right? And so after watching us, you can go watch that. It was I mean, it has a little length, but it was trust me, pretty entertaining. I think it gets really good. Like this, I liked. Oh,
That I can
we will have some other things coming up in the pipeline. Not say much more about that. You just have to watch and see. But again, remember now, if you guys have anything you want us to discuss, we will always be brainstorming and bringing on good topics and good content. Um, but for those who are new to the channel, we are not into pranks, but we're just into we're into
out there.
yeah, we're into great conversations and interacting with our friends, and we call you family, not just friends. We call it family. So that's what we do, and so the conversation, hot topics, relationships, just celebrating life, celebrating love, celebrating marriage and so forth, and encouraging young people how to go about it, as it were, and to make a good thing for out of something for themselves. Yes. Um, and of course, Ron is here.
Hey,
Excellent.
welcome, cause long
I
time.
know last time he said, boy, stay so long. So he says, hey
No fault
guys,
of yours.
how you guys doing? I miss you guys. Miss
Miss
you
you
too.
too. Miss you too. No
Miss you
joke.
too, Ron. So we're back here and we want to do our best to keep it going, to keep it going. But you know what? Life happens. And I'm
Yeah.
happy that Rowan is talking, is communicating again. Because last live we had, he
Yeah.
was, I don't know if he was pretty busy.
Alright,
So we never
so
get to hear, from him. Um, Carlene Watson. Hi,
welcome,
hi,
Carlene
hi, Carlene
Watson.
Watson. Welcome.
Good to have
Good
you
to
as
have you.
well.
Good to have you. So yes, so our channel is really about just having a good time, good conversations, have a laugh. Yeah, but that's what we do, and so we want to just welcome everybody to our channel. So tonight, just for the maybe the humor of it, we want to look at 12 crazy but true reasons people file for divorce. No, we are not endorsing divorce. We
No.
believe that um, it should be like the very last resort, where if two persons are just not, they're not seeing eye to eye, they're not enjoying the journey, because we believe that this journey of life is to be enjoyed. And if you're in a marriage and it's not being enjoyed, and you do all that you can, and you do
Seek
all that you
help.
can, you seek help, counsel, and everything, and it's just not going, you know, maybe separation will be the answer to give everybody a good time to think and come back again, or whatever. But we're not necessarily endorsing divorce, but we're just looking at some, as it said, some of the crazy reasons why people file for divorce, right? And again, me can't say it enough. Hi to all our new subscribers.
Yes.
All right. So I will read the first one. Um, so just for some base, it says in January of 1997, a California woman filed for divorce after 25 years of what her husband believed had been a happy marriage. The real reason didn't come out until 2 years later. On December 28th, 1996, just 11 days before she filed for divorce. The wife had won, listen up, she had won 1.3 million in the California lottery. Thereafter, she took various actions to keep the money all to herself, including filing for divorce. When the truth came out, a Los Angeles family court judge ruled that the woman had violated assets, state asset disclosure laws and awarded every cent of her lottery winning to her ex-husband.
What?
Yes.
So that's like alimony because
No, they say she violated state asset
yeah,
disclosure
close the
laws.
law.
So she should have disclosed all her assets because
She hide it because she
she
didn't
was
want to
married.
give him in.
So she
Oh
did
my
everything
God.
she could do to keep all the money to
Set
herself.
up
And
Lucy.
the court awarded the 1.3 million every single cent to her now
That's vindictive though.
ex-husband.
Isn't the court
No,
supposed to be fair though?
that yes, but there are laws that governs the land. And if you break the
Yeah.
law,
But I
you're
mean
going
a
to
good
pay.
judge could say split it 50-50.
Why? She don't
Oh
divorce the
my
man.
God.
If something went down and they were still married, maybe the judge would have said, I had 50-50.
In all good conscience, I don't think I could, even if the person divorced me,
Mm.
I don't think I could take all the person money like that I know I didn't really earn. And
well,
so you see people, God forbid, get,
well,
beat and take people like,
maybe if the husband, is have good conscience like you, probably that.
I'm gonna bend that to that divorce and real stuff.
So for those who are coming on, we're looking at 12 crazy reasons why
Crazy
people.
reason. And I mean, while we may be sitting here laughing off of those reasons, it do happen,
Yes,
It
yeah.
really do. Sad to say.
All right, you want to read the next one?
Put on the
Put
specs,
on your
okay?
specs.
All right, so this is it.
Kisan, big up you. Kisan is on the live.
Oh, hi, Kisan. Good night. Welcome, welcome.
On the expensive truck.
This is the next one.
This
Okay,
one.
this one. Okay, so
So
it
look
is
at number 2 now.
right. So it is titled "He Built a Wall." Literally, in 2009, a German woman filed for divorce after her husband knocked down and rebuilt a wall in their home because he said it got dirty. Oh my God. This was apparently the final straw in a 15-year marriage, during which the husband obsessively cleaned, cleansed the house, and rearranged the furniture. He has a problem, it's OCD. Oh my
Yeah, but I
God.
guess he was the one who doing all the cleanings and decides so instead of cleaning, just lick it down
So she
and
filed
rebuild
for
a fresh
divorce.
one.
So couldn't they get help, get a helper, and all of that? Do all of those things. Why do you have to file for divorce for that?
I think let me tell you guys, this is communication problem. I think it annoyed the crap out of her and she decided, say, you know what? She ignored it
Yeah,
until that's reached the point where she just
she
can't take it
could
no
not
more.
manage no more. But I mean, I think there are underlying things because maybe that man, and it seemed past OCD.
Mm-hmm.
I think it passed OCD to that extent. There's something in the mind there. Like some people have some deficiency
Mm-hmm.
and can't help. That would scare me though. It would.
Ruan is asking if she didn't see that before they got married. Ruan,
Yeah, that good question, cause you want to tell me say there's no little, no little insight we see that something weird about John, something weird about John.
I'm,
Or
I'm,
maybe she thought it
well,
was
maybe,
fun. Maybe, oh my God, I don't have to do it kind of
yeah,
attitude.
maybe because he's doing so well, she
Yeah,
thought it's his thing. She worked with
yeah.
it, but it became an obsession and she never realized. Or
Because
she ignored it.
rearranging the furniture every time would annoy me. It would. And worse if it's not in the perfect
All right, let
taste.
me ask a question then. And guys, you can chime in. How could she tell that he had that type of thing about it?
I
What
think
if on the night them go to a date, him start fold the,
yeah,
the
or maybe he
tablecloths
started rearranging the stuff on the table while they're no, the signs are there enough is when some people are so in the honeymoon stage
or in love?
and in love. That's what I call the honeymoon stage where you don't see things or you overlook things,
Hmm.
and then later on it become a big blowing what would you say demon in the room.
Yeah.
That I would freak out. It works if it's every
But,
weekend.
so the man decided to lick on the wall and rebuild it because it was
It's
too dirty.
dirty. Couldn't you have just hire a helper? You understand?
A lot of
You know, like he's worse than a monk. You remember
yeah,
monk?
yeah, yeah.
Oh my.
Well, the thing about it, in our house where the kitchen is, where the stove is, the wall gets splashed with stuff, and I had to
Yeah, we
clean.
tried to
I mean, I
yeah,
like
you
it
clean.
was rough to clean it, but when I take this, you can lick it, dog. I'm grieving it because it's
And to be
dirty.
honest, if you had lit down at the time when it was giving trouble to decrease, nobody could really blame you.
Because it was really rough
But
to
it would have
clean.
happened again though.
Yeah,
So oh
unless you
my,
move the stove.
he must have a lit down every time.
So the, so the next one is entitled "Voted Out." Earlier this year, a California woman left her husband of 22 years when she found out that he had voted for President Donald Trump.
Oh Jesus.
Apparently, this 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 betrayal, as she put it, was a tipping point. It opened up areas between us I had not faced before, she explained.
I don't know if all right, we're married for 22 years this year. I don't no, I don't see it. I could not just divorce it because I'm married to somebody that I maybe don't say she don't have respect for him or she don't believe in him. Isn't that one of the things you could have overlooked?
Listen, so when you have political lines, it is best to marry to
A common
somebody
ground.
who
Oh
have the
yeah. It's
same
like faith.
political belief
It's like having a likewise faith.
because it gets serious.
Yeah.
It gets serious.
Whereas if they're interested in those type of things. But that's serious though. That's really serious.
So he had revealed to her and tell her, say, they went to lunch and he revealed to her and tell her that he was planning on voting for Mr.
Can you imagine if you come home and say, oh babe, I voted for that God.
Trump.
You know, say, you're mad? You know?
And
But then I mean I said, well, I'm not, what's your reason?
no, the truth is, I mean, people
They have their
people
own
should.
belief.
The only thing that upset with about is if it start cheering for money.
I'm not even the football like that.
You know,
I'm
probably.
really not.
Yeah, what?
Put on the specs, my four eyes.
All right. So Ruan says my mom husband voted for Donald Trump and she's fine with it.
Exactly. There's some
She's
persons
different.
wherein I mean that's a healthy way to look at it. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah.
All right. Because it is titled Because He Divorced Her First. 4 months after 4 months after their 1994 wedding, a New York man secretly divorced his wife in the Dominican Republic. She didn't find out for another 22 years.
What?
Yes, during which they went on with their lives as married
Mm-hmm.
couple.
Because she never
Oh my.
she never know about it. One trip.
Yeah, raising a son and living the good life. This is like having two lives, eh?
Mm-hmm.
My. Jetting between homes in New York and France. No, this is lifetime. And this is real life now. When she learned the truth after discovering that she was not listed as an owner, oh my, and the deed to their home, her husband claimed it was just an attempt to protect their assets. What a fanatic. She believes it was an attempt to rob her of assets, and this is now seeking to nullify the divorce and presumably divorced him legally in New York. Wow, here's how. Oh, the
Mhm.
matter know how to support. But this is just not right. This is some serious thing, you know.
It's crazy, but it's
It,
serious. I think. What do you think happened in Dominican Republic? Why I'm beating Dominican Republic?
maybe because of their stipulation of laws around divorce
And him find
and
somebody else.
protection, and him going to find
Him
someone
find
else. You
somebody else.
understand? No, boy, this is cruel. This is cruelty, and this. How can you? How can people not? You know, I'm not endorsing it really, but sometimes you understand. You hear
Mm-hmm.
some stuff when people just their mind just slip,
Mm-hmm.
and you see them turn to certain measures that you would say must be a crazy person,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because this is serious. You
Mm-hmm.
and this is why you cannot blame, you know, you cannot blame people who comes up with what they call it
Prenup.
again, prenups, because you do have unscrupulous persons who seem like they mean it for the money.
And the thing about it, he, I think he, they were so in. Right, well, I don't know if it's a matter of showing love because she didn't find out until after 22 years she found
She
out.
was in love, he's not.
Yeah, son.
22
Um.
years.
So what were they doing? Oh,
He did
so he
say,
lived with. They were still living together.
yeah, but he
But
has another life in
yeah,
France.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well,
You understand?
so the only and she
22
found out
years.
only when she realized her name was not on the title.
Actually, you know, actually there was a movie similar to that, on Lifetime,
Mm.
where the gentleman has two family.
Yeah, I think I saw it.
Yeah, I may say, oh my, but this is no joke. This is,
So all right, for those who are watching, you can comment. What would you do as a woman?
what would I do? Only Jesus could tell, because me can't tell you, say I would take it with a smile. I can, as a Christian, I would say, you know, I would lean on the Lord, but you know, assuming I'm being in the situation is different.
I think she would. I think if I think she probably would came up with because he would have
Yeah,
done
and
that.
I think she could win too,
Hmm.
because
Hmm.
he it does prove that he has two lies, and he literally divorced her behind her back.
Behind her
And
back,
when a divorce, it has to be mutual agreement, so that could be even
but not
nullified.
necessarily.
You can't divorce somebody behind their back. You have to serve them
You
the
see it as a
papers,
paper.
right? If the papers were not
So then
served,
that divorce
it wasn't
was
binding
illegal.
there by law.
Well,
Unless she signed, he tricked her in signing papers, the divorce paper, without she knowing it was, you know,
unless
it can happen like that. If the man's unscrupulous to have two families across the
and
world,
it is clear that
they,
they were having they have
they
some
have,
money
yeah,
because them said they were jetting between homes in New
in
York
New
and
York and
France,
France.
and she learned the truth after the truth after divorcing. She was
Yeah,
not listed. She was not listed on the owner
and
as
honestly,
an owner on the deed of the home
yeah,
for the
I
home.
think for it to be said that divorced her, that means it's binding.
Mm.
So he must have tricked her in signing the divorce paper, because
Possibly,
that can happen,
possibly.
where you know you trust your spouse so much and you sign things without even, you know, knowing that you're doing that. And again, this is why we're living in a time where I think people should take note of what they're doing.
It's open it, keep your
Oh
eyes
yeah,
open.
keep your
But
eyes
as you
open.
said as you said previously, and guys, you can give your comments. As you said previously, there are things were deteriorating, but she wasn't looking.
Yeah, she wasn't looking, but obviously she
But
trusted
then,
him,
yeah,
because he
and
must have been doing things good
right, right,
to
right.
stay in that, to
Yeah,
fulfill his plans over the
yeah,
years.
yeah.
So that's why I don't think the Bible said perfect love casts a total fear.
So where you go with that now?
Come on, me just
Oh,
say it's good to have your eyes so you up to
no,
something.
no, but you're talking like me up to something. Are
No,
you
me
are
not
you
say you up to
or you
something.
don't want something to happen?
I'm speaking generally.
Yeah,
Like
but
when you learn of these
yeah.
things as married
Okay,
couples,
make sure you watch me back then.
you know,
Watch over me, make sure me not
you know, say I'm
take it
a
off of the take it off of.
honestly, whether or not you know, say I'm a thing the person any which way. I'm nosy in my own right, and I ask a lot of questions, even if you're annoyed.
All right.
So you have to go real meticulous.
All right, so this one says stuff you can't make up. A 34-year-old man filed for divorce from his 28-year-old bride
Mm.
just days after the wedding.
Yeah, that's fine. hit the road job
After he saw
days
her
after.
without makeup.
Oh my God. Listen, maybe I'm gonna.
After he saw her without makeup.
Yes, Ron. Honestly to God. You know why I
You better
can't
agree
feel
with him.
I'm gonna agree with this. No, Unu may put me on the fire, I will take it. But I'm going to agree. I have been on social media and they have some very good makeup artists. No, let's say I have some very I've watched on TikTok, I've watched some
Yes,
videos
yes,
where I see
yes.
even a very well
Old
like an
woman.
old person
Yeah.
when she don't get her makeup on slick,
Yes,
she look
yes,
younger than me.
yes.
Me say cute and young and when me see the person wipe off that makeup, I say, huh? I mean, honestly, I walk away from those videos and said, "Thank you, Jesus. I'm not a man. I cannot
so
blame
so
him.
now
I really
makeup
can't."
makeup or no makeup is grounds for divorce.
Yeah. Then Coco, yeah. No, honestly, let us be
So
honest.
what title would it come under? What is it? Deception? What?
Deception. It is deception. It works, and it works. You have some churches where people are they're liberal to wear their makeup,
Yes.
and can you imagine? Because you have some elderly person where them body look ready, their body look fit and ready,
Mm-hmm.
and so some of those videos that I saw on TikTok where the elderly person get their makeover and they look so young, like a 28-year-old
Mm-hmm.
young
Mm-hmm.
woman. It's possibly, because a lot of churches are literally buying puss in bag. I know it's a
No,
phrase
no,
that we
but we
don't
don't use
like.
that
Puss
phrase.
in bag, not only intimacy,
Mm-hmm.
but in that you don't get to touch. You cannot see beyond the beyond. You have to walk by faith.
Right, but you don't get to
So,
touch and
so you
so
want
whatever.
exactly. So with that now, it's easy for those persons to trick. In today's day, with the
Yeah, but
makeup for
but I
those who wear it, you can imagine on your wedding day, the wedding, she look at me, you cry tears because she looks like an angel.
yeah, but
And
with
on your
time,
wedding night, when the
mm,
person strip down is your grandmother,
I love.
you're gonna say
Listening,
keep that
listening.
marriage?
If I was in a
Mm-mm.
church that allowed that me a visitor when she just the bright of the morning she
The
wake
who
up,
said she not sleep me on the makeup because that's her
well me a
plan.
check her in a midday, me a check her in the night, and our family they must let me and make sure because the truth of the matter is knowing what you know now, it is possible for them to put on enough
But
makeup
you know
to
what is
hide
happening
to
now?
hide every single flaw, and then now you swear says this beautiful, charming, and when you wipe it off is
For you to have to be there like that every time, the marriage is already starting
no
a
no no
shaky
no no no. I
ground.
talk about dating,
But it is
right?
starting on a day and
So
a shaky ground
so
because you
if you want
already
to see
don't
her,
trust.
no, you want to see what she look like without makeup, and if she refuse,
Gentlemen, all who are watching this over the world, wherever, if you and curse I don't know, curse me. If you happen to marry to somebody who you thought is a mutual age that was related to you, and that was a part of the factor in which you wanted to be with such a person, and after the wedding days later, you when they strip down and bare, you see that you have been deceived. Go back to the pastor, and I think that is ground to nullify that.
according to Dr. Abdul Aziz Asaf, a psychologist at the clinic where the woman sought help in recovering from her physiological suffering as a result, psychological suffering as a result. Apparently, the man felt that his wife had deceived him with cosmetics, including false
Yes,
eyelashes. The deception was discovered.
foundation,
The deception was
concealer.
discovered when the two went to the beach together, and
Oh,
a dip in the
oh,
ocean
she
washed
forget.
away her makeup and learned about and washed away her makeup.
Yeah, because she forget. She got so comfortable.
So
So this
so
is
when the
why
dating guys take her to the beach, we take her to the beach.
you're joking now. But Alex,
What joke? I don't see the man find out. So
but
if you take her to
baby,
the beach before the
that's serious
before the married,
deception.
then you can see what the real thing is. Take
That
her
is
to the beach.
serious
Take her God
deception.
don't drop us.
For the Jamaica. But that's they can't do that in Jamaica because we are water people. We're surrounded by water. We have to
No,
go to the water at
but a
some
lot of
point.
online dating at once.
Yeah,
So it
but
might
dates
mean
all you
somebody over
want.
fine and then flying, all makeup and dolled
So
up.
them on the fly out left there.
No man, when you fly in, take a guy got this ocean, carry a
Redirect.
guy down River Falls. Ron said that would
Ah.
consider as catfish. Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
Ron, that is catfish. Right in front of the face, catfish.
Yes.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
And that is what you see, I'll me that man now, be honest. Say I am the man. And when she dip and everything come up, after me recover from my shock.
It was
Me
nice
just
meeting
hold
you.
nice meeting you. I take
What?
up my towel, go to the
No, you
room,
can't do that. Yeah, I think you have to
babe.
you have to respectfully say to her, "It was nice meeting you," and walk
No,
away.
I say when we get back, make sure say stuff are packed. And then you go to you
But then,
understand?
but then she went cry to you and say, "You, so you don't like me as I am?"
But this
You
session
say
is
no.
great. I could have loved her like cook food. That not gonna work because the person that I love happens to be in a bottle with a brush and a sponge.
You're cool.
It's not cool, it's
Read the next
reality.
one.
I don't have anything about people who wear the makeup because when some people do it, it is super.
So
But if you have to put on so much foundation till you what would you say? You cover your age to maybe a decade to deceive somebody. It's a bigger problem, you know. It's a bigger problem than
So
that.
guys, if you're here, if you just joined us, we're looking at 12. Is it 12? All right. Crazy reasons that people file for
Fine,
divorce.
yeah. So another reason why people divorce is that the devil made him do it. Hmm. An Italian man filed for divorce on the grounds that his wife was possessed by the devil.
Mhm.
Come on now. Apparently, the woman had displayed inexplicable behavior since 2007, including fits, body stiffening, and even self levitation. My
Whoa,
a court in Milan granted the
that's
divorce,
Italy. Mhm.
yes, acknowledging the extent of the
Existence.
existence of the behavior, but declining to say it was the wife's fault. But
Oh.
honestly, in a
Mhm.
you want to
Oh my
go?
God.
In a situation like this, I don't know if it's gone for divorce. Obviously, the person is not acting up for her own. She needs help. But these things happen in life
Mhm.
where people do come under demonic
Control.
control, and there is a fix. You can get the help of a minister or a church group. You understand?
Prayer warrior.
And
Well,
prayer, you know.
uh,
Yeah, when you
yeah.
say church group, of course, it's not the ordinary person. You're gonna
Mm.
get a person who have a
Spiritual
relationship
leader.
with the Lord, and she can be delivered. But levitation, I can see where
That
that
deep
can freak
freak what
out
the man.
anyone. You understand? But another thing, and this is why people just can say, "Oh, I don't believe in divorce," because the truth is, if this gentleman is not capable to handle the situation.
He
His
must step
mind
out.
is not sound either. If he want to flee, it simply mean that his vows maybe wasn't as what would you say convincing as he thought. Because it did say for better and for worse. It's not like the wife bring this. Maybe she bring it on herself. You don't know what she get caught up in.
Hmm.
Yes,
Hmm.
but this is a situation where she can be helped.
So you
So
see,
you
so
know,
it is clear that the man didn't find a minister of religion or whatever
yeah.
to bring it
And he was
to help
freaked.
out. So he filed for divorce, and the court didn't know what to do either. So them said, well, you know
Mhm.
what? It looked like,
So lack of knowledge
yeah,
on both
yeah.
parts. Lack of knowledge and
But he would have freaked out anybody.
yeah,
So
it would. And if he is not a spiritual person,
yeah,
then you could understand that he could not look on her the same, even if she's delivered, because fear is a heavy thing.
yeah, yeah. The next one is no more Mr. Nice Guy.
Oh my, that's scary.
Rashida Lucas divorced her husband because, as she said on national television, he was just too nice. He was just too nice. Um, chief among Lucas' grievances were that TP, that's her husband TP, said I love you too much. He said, I love you too much.
Damn, listen.
And that he was such a good cook at that. It had caused her to gain weight.
That she can control her eating a bit.
Normally, though, I love you is not one of the things you should never say to your spouse.
Honestly, some people just say this. This to me is like a joke. She really didn't love the man, and she really maybe wasn't ready for marriage.
Man was too nice to her.
Then why didn't
And
she
he
go
cooks
take
so
up
much.
somebody
He
to beat
cooks.
her?
He
Because
cooked
she
too.
was.
He cooked too scrumptious.
So
Too
right up,
scrumptiously.
she ready for marriage.
Moving on.
Moving right along, and I don't deserve no comment around here.
All right. Irreconcilable differences. That's a polite way of putting it. In 2015, it was reported that a Nigerian woman had filed for divorce after only 1 week of marriage because she couldn't handle the size of her husband's
Private.
private.
Oh, why? They just want to know. Just one.
All right. So here, we're going to read the rest of it. So here's the thing now. Is the guy Nigerian?
I guess she never
Because
watched
a black, I
Twilight.
mean, because a black man named well endowed with
Honestly, I guess she
that.
didn't watch Twilight.
um,
Breaking Dawn.
let me read this. After their first unsuccessful attempt to consummate the marriage,
Oh my.
she took medication given to her by her mother.
Um,
It didn't work, and the experience was a nightmare, the woman said.
so he was endowed. That's what
He
it
was
was.
well endowed,
He was endowed.
well endowed.
Don't worry, whoever you
But
be, alright.
but
Bob's
I
out
wonder
there.
what kind of medication I'm gonna give her.
Yeah.
Was it for her to just get drowsy and just don't?
Or maybe she had pain all over. I don't know, but that sounds
So
serious.
it is clear. So then, ah, we want to
But
lubricants
that's
and
what
all
I'm
these
saying.
things.
And that is the thing though.
I
Like people having their tools but not knowing how to use it.
true
Because God have made women
with such
with such
elasticity.
right, and God had made it in such a way that it doesn't matter what's the opener, the way shall be made and shall
A
be
way
paid.
shall be
A way
made.
shall be made and shall be paid. So
Yeah,
I really don't get it. And the woman has such a tool that have its natural lubricant,
lubrication. Yeah,
and after your first time you can use, what would you say,
yeah, but
other help to
right,
get
right.
you to that, you understand, to that state
Acceptable.
until your body is able to produce that which it needs to.
Yeah,
So two things:
all
the man will,
parabolic. But
maybe the
carry on.
man maybe the man is a jumper. He doesn't know how to take his time and work
Work
his
his
way
way
through.
through.
And maybe because of that, she's turned up and tired of being hurt
Yeah, yeah,
and tired of being bruised.
yeah.
So, if that is your experience all the time, you're going to
I
have a
still want to
fear,
know what medication the mother gave her.
you know?
Because this says her mother gave her medication. She took it, but it never worked. And she said the experience was a nightmare. I
I heard that in real life already.
Yeah,
I kind of call a person name
yeah,
as,
yeah,
I told her, and I even said to you that I heard that they were divorced upon that basis because
yeah.
Trinity and her were good friend, and she was saying, "No, I can't manage it every time, And then Trinity was like, "Girl, and easy, you should be happy, he's well endowed."
But
But she could not manage
I
the
think
size,
I think it is
and they
important.
had divorce.
It is important for guys to to to
Rather than
to to talk to
yes,
like us to
girl.
if necessary somebody who has experience
Yeah.
or a sex therapist or
Yeah,
yeah
counselor.
because not because and then again is the other side of it. A lot of men watch porn and think say what them see they must
That's
do
how it should be done.
and that's how it should be done.
Mhm.
No.
You have to find the vocal points of your significant other to see how to get her comfortable.
Yeah,
You
bring her to
understand?
that
Because it's
place.
kind of an art, a work of art
Yeah,
that
man.
over time, at first in the beginning, I expect that you will be
Worse if you're
uncomfortable
novices.
with the honeymoon kisses
Mm.
thing that
Clitoritis.
clitoritis.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's yours, so you have to get your way around it, know it, and know how to get it to work in your favor.
I think
And
it,
it works if you're endowed. You
I,
understand? And
I
that's a good thing in the long run. After maybe 5 years of marriage, being all endowed is a blessing.
yeah,
So
because
I
I
don't get
mean,
it.
it means you can go to levels
Yeah,
of pleasure and enjoyment.
but
But I think the guy was probably too rough.
beating. Yeah, I think that some men abuse it too much.
Yeah, I think he was
Yeah,
rough.
they don't know to
Ross
pleasure it.
in maybe is the way how he was working, and
Exactly.
he wasn't passionate with it because but sometimes it's not the size is how you work it.
Beautiful. I think he get carried away with the race and he didn't carry her along. Every time he left her and
Yes,
pump
yes,
and box and
yes,
fight and
yes.
didn't take her along. So she's left with the plane. And in a which way he's pleasured. So she's
That
left with
that's not nice.
and who to tell? I don't think they would just divorce just like that. Maybe they get conflict and then they
Well,
have
they
to
call
know.
it irreconcilable
Caliber.
differences, which is
Yeah.
a nice way of putting
I've
it.
put it
That
in.
this brother, I don't know what I'm doing, so I
Yeah.
will not.
You can't blame her because if he's not willing
But
to start the
because
race
it's
the right way.
and then shall we consider our own safety?
Yeah, yeah, I won't safety. It worse if he choke off. Like and just
Oh
take it
my
on like
God!
you saying both and there's no
Oh my
turning back.
God! That is not
Why?
nice.
It is well.
All right. You want to read the next one?
I like when I read them,
Me know, but
you
where I bring you
know.
read it. And we have
Okay.
four persons on live. Please identify who you are so we can say hi to you if you wish to. But yeah, join the conversation. We're talking about some of the craziest reasons why people file for divorce.
Okay. So this one says she kept a decades old secret.
Mm-hmm.
After more than 70 years of marriage,
It
people.
gets worse.
A 99-year-old Italian man divorced his wife after he stumbled across love letters. Why are they so passionate about
Listen, you all right?
that?
You carry on.
She written to a secret lover in the 1940s. Grandma. The wife then confessed to having had an affair and begged her husband's forgiveness, but the husband wasn't having it. Apparently, their marriage had been long, but it had also been rocky. After 70 years of marriage and
So
99
before I
years
come in,
old.
let us say hi to Andrew Williams. He says
Hi,
he's
Andrew,
listening and
welcome.
learning.
Welcome, my brother. Good
We're
to
learning.
have
We're
you.
learning together,
We're
Andrew.
learning together.
No, listen me. You ask why are they so passionate? Listen, she wrote love letters to somebody, right? And she kept it for
70
all
years.
that time. And the man got stumbled upon it. Swear says she was the love of his life, and she was, whatever. And got stumbled. I think this was the straw that brought the camel's back.
Yeah, but it's years of retirement. So
But the question to be asked is, what am I gonna do?
yeah, and maybe he's just tired and want to just finish his years,
In a
99-year-old
piece.
in peace. But
He was
nevertheless, still,
99.
we may
So
look
him could
at
have
it.
still read it.
Yeah,
Him hide my work good.
but maybe it's a betrayal, and maybe remember I said their marriage have been rocky over the
Yes,
years.
yes.
So maybe he's really hurt to know that all of some of the stuff that they've been through, could have been because of this.
Yeah.
That
That
was a
was hidden from him.
secret.
Right.
It's a big deception because it shows that age doesn't matter.
And then
Age.
she book up on it later then.
Yeah, that would you can imagine he
That have
wept.
depths, that have
Yeah,
depths.
I think I would cry. But I don't know if I would divorce because at 99, I just want
I
to be in
mean,
peace, you know.
it's
But I would, as
but
a man, he
yeah.
have a right to express how hurt because she's asking for forgiveness and you have to
hmm
forgive. But it can make you feel like all the years have been wasted.
The wife then confessed having had an affair and begged her husband forgiveness. But the
Why
husband
didn't
wasn't
she
having it.
destroy the letters?
Apparently, but their marriage had been long, but it had also
Been rocky.
been rocky.
That
Mm.
that's some mental stuff because you can imagine you're trying as a man, you're trying to save something that now you see why it could
It could
not
not
really
have been.
been
No,
smooth.
but then if she's begging for, why do you think she be begging for forgiveness?
Because after all that years she realized that maybe the person she really wanted to spend her life with she had,
She had.
and the mistake that she had made, maybe she know that what his decision would have been if she
Yes.
had told him earlier, he would have gone. So you have,
Possibly,
over the
possibly.
years, you know the person you're
Yeah.
with, and you know that if you should tell the truth, you're going to lose them.
Yeah.
So I guess she's now 99, so she wants to die in peace without the secret. So she
No,
said,
but
let me put it on the table because at this
no, but
stage,
him stumble upon it himself.
oh yes, he stumbled.
He
That
stumbled
means she
upon
didn't
it.
plan to tell him
She
because she
never
don't
planned
want
to
to
tell
lose him.
him.
She want to keep, like some people would say, this mistake is going with me to the grave because
Mm.
she knows she would lose him. But
Mm.
maybe he's a person of principle and
Mhm.
he couldn't live with him.
So Ron says, I think. Oh, it's Andrew Williams. Is our Andrew.
I know it's our brother
I
Andrew,
because I know that our Andrew. Bless his
but
man.
I want to know you, Andrew, so I know it's you.
No, it's a picture I say. All right, so
Yeah,
Ron says, I think that one would have to with
yeah,
stay with that one. That's too many years.
yeah. It's too many years, but
So I mean,
it's hard.
I honestly I don't think I could divorce her.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying too. I maybe it would take a little while to truly forgive and all of them, but then there would I want to think you have a connection at that age after so many years that
Continue,
you
continue.
sorry.
Let's say hi to Karen Brissett. Hello again,
Hello
Karen.
Karen,
Happy to have you.
welcome,
Happy to have
welcome.
you.
Always happy to have you.
Mhm.
It's just that after so many years, I think maybe if she had come clean
Him
and
probably
said to
could have
him,
deal with
he
it
would feel
instead
respected
of bucking
and
up on it.
yeah, instead of bucking up. Because if the thing with bucking up on stuff, say she forgot it,
Hmm.
say she have done it and she put it there and she forgot where she put it because she's 99, maybe memory loss, but the other person that finds it now goes back to the day
Hmm.
and the date of when it happened
Hmm.
because everything that they maybe hold so dear start to real, just unreal, like so
Hmm.
many years. What did she do? What did she
And
do?
then
Who
probably
did
start remember
she?
every all the rocky
All the
points.
incident, even stuff that's not
Yeah.
right, man.
So Ron says
So,
clearly she still love him after all in years. She's still around. She ain't going nowhere. So I think that's why she beg for forgiveness.
yeah, very good for you.
So
It,
that's
yeah, it put a tip. If I felt it for him even
yeah,
better,
yeah. So
But I wouldn't divorce
Carlin
her.
is on. Just say hi.
Hi, Carlene. Good night. I
Good
want to
night.
not hear
You
from
were
you. We're not
late
finished yet.
for the conversation, Carlin. But good to have you nevertheless.
Good
All
to
right,
have
so
you. That's rocky.
yeah, you got the rough one.
Yeah, I feel it.
All right, so this one says he lost a bet. I, I'm dreading to read this one. Anyway, in 2007, a Russian man ran out of money while playing poker, so he bet his wife.
No, that is no. Honestly, this one. Listen, let me hold my thought.
he,
Cause
let's read on. So he bet his wife and lost. When his wife found out, she left him for the man who won her
what's the best
and
sad?
won her heart.
You sure they never know each other? You sure? That's weird though. Honestly, I'm more thinking that if I mean nothing to you, for you to bet me
You
to
know what I
somebody else,
think?
I step aside
I
legal
think
thing.
he bet his
It's
he
possible,
played a
but
bet with his friend,
friend,
and his friend loved his wife long
fine.
time.
But even if it's not his friend, could it be for a man to accept such a waiver from another person, his great possession, his wife? Could it be that that man could very well know the wife too, even if he's not a friend, and have feelings and mutual connection,
Maybe a
and
long
put it?
time.
It's tricky. It's tricky because me as a woman, the heck with you and your friends. I'm saying no what you and your friends with each other. I'm take on myself with a 6 month a year and go deal with it. As a child of God, go deal with it and ask the Lord to help me how to forgive you. But me not go to no friend. It's fishy. You don't just go to a friend.
But listen, but what you know, and yes, our Christian perspective will always come into it.
Yeah.
Let's look at it from a different angle. Look at it from a different angle. What an odd, what ill thinking made you bet me your wife.
That's why I said leave
So
him.
she probably said, okay then, so be the case.
Separate
He
for a
won.
while.
He won the bet. No problem.
Yeah.
I'll go with him.
Me not go with him. Me not that cheap. Me not go with
You don't know how
nobody.
much money in bet.
It don't, but you're really annoyed me now too. Honestly, as a woman, it simply mean that she's just
Bet
like
the
a piece of
house.
furniture.
What
in
if he
the
bet the
house.
house?
If he bets the house, me mad same way. Me take honestly, the Lord have to help me.
Yeah.
Cause the trust there's a will break down. I wouldn't trust him with a spoon. I'm being honest. I wouldn't trust him with a spoon or with the kids' future or nothing.
Yeah,
Time
yeah.
have a serious
Yeah,
gambling.
take him out of the shared account.
Long time. But the truth is that I would need some time to assess it.
Well, I think
Mhm.
I think she knew he had a problem, but never know how deep the problem was.
Sometimes some men
And
make it.
or she knew and decided to seeing that the guy won, no problem, I leave. You don't deserve
I
me
mean, it
anyway.
depends on the woman. Because you have some women that are frickle. You have frickle women who, I know
Mm.
that. The man change easily, so maybe look on the friend for help to do and look on the bank account and all of that and say, all right, trade up. But majority of women would not see that.
Mm-hmm.
Would not.
Ah,
I understand.
all
But
right, so you get to read this one. We have two more guys.
and just knock out grandpa.
We have two
Grandma.
more. Oh boy.
Okay, so he couldn't.
Another crazy reason.
Yeah, he couldn't keep up. My God.
So wait. If you just joined in, we read one a while ago where the lady decided she can't deal with this because his size was too much.
He wasn't.
So here's a lady saying no, he couldn't
He
keep
couldn't
up.
keep up. In 2014, an Indian man was granted a divorce by a
Mumbai.
Mumbai court because of his wife's excessive and insatiable drive for sex. He alleged that she often forced him into having what he described as unnatural intercourse, and that when he tried to resist, she would abuse him in various ways, including forcing him to take drugs and what imbibe
Imbibe
alcohol.
alcohol.
This man should have run long time ago. That's abuse. No,
That's too much.
that's too much. That's
I
abuse.
thought it was the guy stop at the fact that him just
Him
can't keep
couldn't
up.
keep up.
But then that's
Him
abuse.
faithfully to all that abuse.
And then she tried drunk him up.
Now these are serious things that you make you wonder, as Ron said earlier.
Mm.
Ron said, is it that they don't see these things like coming in a sense?
Mhm.
Yes, look into this thing. If you're with somebody where every time you're to be together, know each other, they want to beat you
The
up
story
and
let's look
tie
at
you up.
Trish when I
Yeah.
mean even the part of unnatural like that, with the unnatural and then hear the rest of it is like, yo.
So what could be the signs though to know that this is danger down the road?
I think I think the more she extended the
The
happenings
happening.
and she extended him shall look
You
and see
just
say
a
it
wait there.
get worse
Yeah.
and worse and worse. Yeah.
His inner wouldn't notice it because I don't think him just wake up one day and say no. I
Yeah.
think he been realizing it and saying no. As a man, me can't look soft.
Right.
Let me bear
You
it,
probably try
I
to deal with
try
it.
please her.
Mm-hmm.
But when she fling on the first flick, if she has a whole lot of go there so like I
Jesus,
saw a
please.
TikTok video. I saw a TikTok video and while people may laugh, and like that thing, I look into it wherein the man came home from work and before he could put down his briefcase, the wife just started slapping him at maybe aside and I feel him up and I go on. And he felt
Yeah.
molested and he ease her up and said, what are you doing? And then she
Not in my
proceed.
cabinet.
And then I like the fact that at first, like I
It
said,
was,
wow.
yeah, yeah.
But when she get on, I said, hold on, something wrong with you. And I
Listen,
respect that. You have to put a stop to it.
most of us as men, we will romance our wives and things,
Yeah.
but we
There's
don't
a
want
line. You have to.
your wife to touch.
Yeah.
No.
And there's a line. You cannot be that. I don't understand. You can imagine a woman get a healthy box and say, come on, get that. And you say, ooh, you're
No,
crazy.
sir.
Something sick in
Something
a
wrong with
both
him.
heads. This one.
So the last one, it says frozen out.
Oh,
For one Japanese couple who had been married for 6 years, the movie Frozen
that
was
movie.
a deal breaker. After watching it, he made the mistake of asking her,
Ay, ay,
"Did you really think it was that good?"
ay, ay.
Well, apparently she did. And the fact that he could even ask that question made her question what sort of person he was. And she couldn't seem to let it go, moving out of her marital residence soon after.
Then that's a let it go.
No,
No, but
this is utter rubbish.
that's right. I think some people want to just get out of their marriage, man, for no reason at all. There are some that really have good grounds, and there's some that I think is just bullshit.
So she said, he asked her, "Did you think it was that good, the show Frozen?" And she said, "Well, and he said, when does it, well, apparently she did." And the fact that he could even ask her that question made her question what sort of
But
money
that's a
is.
kid show. Isn't
what,
that a child show?
what was the essence of Frozen? Was it the one where the girl
Yeah,
she
the
had the
two
powers?
sisters.
Okay,
The two sisters.
I watched
One
it.
had the power. She thought that she was different,
Right,
so she's a
and she
weirdo,
was locked
and she
in.
was locked
And
in.
then the other sister came and she actually freed
Yeah,
her
but the
sister,
love for the other
warm
sister
her
didn't
out,
stop her.
right,
It warmed the heart.
and bring
It
her
has
back
a
alive.
significant essence about
That
it.
love
That love
conquers.
conquers all. But who mash up their marriage
For
because they don't
that,
get frozen? Right now, I don't see any men watching Frozen. Maybe they
so
are,
no,
but
but
I
I
don't
you want to tell me to watch it.
watch Frozen.
Come on, so me I tell her what
But I
go.
know it's not like you sit down with the chips and ready to watch Frozen. You have kids, and your kids are watching Frozen. I can understand
Let me
that.
see, you was watching her, but anyway, I think I watch it with you guys.
Yeah, I was watching it. Michael was watching it. Jenna was watching
Mm,
it. And then at one point, I was even talking it, and I said, "Then Jay, why this?" And she said, "Mommy, just wait, no wait."
mm.
And what have you? So isn't that minister a big deal for you to
And
notify?
divorce your husband for that.
Just say, yeah, maybe she live in a Disneyland.
Anyway, as we say, we're not endorsing divorce. We just decide to
No,
look at some of the craziest reasons why people fight for
file for
divorce.
divorce.
So, what you have to learn, I think, again, in all of what we have heard, spend time to know the person. Um, if it's a craziness I go on, don't ignore
Don't
it.
ignore.
Start to ask question, why are you? Why is
Hmm.
this so? Um, um, don't watch Frozen with your wife. Joke.
No. But basically, if it's not okay with you, you have to let the person know it's certain things are not
Yeah, from
okay
the get go.
from the get go. Don't act as if oh it's cheeky and it's fun.
And
No,
if she wear a lot of makeup, ask her if she wash it off so you can see
if
her,
that's
her
your
natural beauty. And if she refuse, something wrong.
yeah, something is wrong. You understand? And again, I'm not one of the strong one that's still on my heart is the gentleman that divorced his wife for 22 years
Hmm.
and she didn't know because he
Oh
had
yes,
the double
money like
life
that.
thing and he had money. I want to say to ladies, pay attention. You understand? If you have a gut feeling about something, look into it.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't, I mean, you have to trust.
There's always
Without,
something within you
yeah,
that like
an
it
inclination, you
just don't
cannot
settle.
push it aside.
Yeah.
Look into it, and you don't have to go attack, do your secret investigation because it's a reason why the Lord give us intuition to these things. So you don't end up marrying somebody for 20 years, but no, you thought you were married, but then you have been divorced a long time ago. And another key thing why that could happen is because you're so trusting, you sign everything. yes, it's your spouse, but if you don't know what is a sign in for, ask and do it in a good way.
But I think there was stuff was happening that she just I think maybe him just fed up and just never bring it to the table and discuss it. You know,
How the world, to how I see the world going on, thank God for social media, you can see and experience so many things
without
without
experiencing.
literally experiencing it and without it happen to be your neighbor next door to you.
Yeah.
So, and hearing and learning these things, it lets you know that right now you have men and women who basically as quick as they take onto them a spouse, they drop them just as quick. That's the reality of life now coming to understand. First time before social media, that's a what? But no, it happens so regular that you really have to know, what you're going into. And when you're going to it, don't become so, what would you say? Dead trust. You have to trust, right? But be aware.
Yeah, just be
Be
aware. So if
aware.
something looks amiss, don't fear to ask
Don't
about it.
fear to ask about it. And if
Yeah.
the person is not willing to communicate about it, that's right there because without communication, there's no marriage. You understand?
So guys, we want to thank you for coming on. Kisan Rohan was first here.
Yes.
Um, what's her name? Karen
Karen
Brissett,
Brissett.
Carlin came on.
Yes.
Andrew.
Andrew.
I hope. Well, I
Kisan.
don't. I don't think it's cold over where you are yet, Andrew. But I
Oh
hope you're
yeah, I'm
having
hearing over there is hot.
I hope you're having a good time and a
Yeah. And
productive,
we miss
prosperous
you.
one.
We
And
miss you.
trust me, bro, we miss you.
We
We
miss you,
miss you.
especially in ministry,
Yeah, we
brother.
miss you. Who else we miss? Carlene Watson
Yeah.
came on. We want to thank you guys. And so, Andrew, we need some subscribers over foreign. So
Yeah.
just share it with your co-workers, tell them about us. And I mean, I'm sure that what we produce as content is going to be helpful and sometimes just thought provoking and entertaining. So yeah, help. We want everybody to help us. We need to get to 500 subscribers
Before the summer out.
before the summer done. We can get there. All right, guys. You are family. We are family. So you help us get there, and we'll all celebrate. You'll get there. All right.
Yeah.
So until the next live, until the next upload, we're saying God bless and see you guys on the other side. Blessings.